welcome back to the Ozone Podcast channel. You're here with Al and myself, Anthony. And this episode is brought to you by DraftKings and the Basketball Podcast Network. Today, we're doing another reaction video to highlights, but this time is from New Orlando Magic forward and also the 8th pick in this year's NBA draft, Franz Wagner. Before we get into the video, please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Also, don't forget to check out the reaction video that we just did on Jalen Suggs. Al, what's up, man? How we feeling?
I'm excited. The more I watch tape, the more I do research on this kid, it makes sense why we picked him 8th. Even though at the moment when they happened, I think me and you both share the same feelings, which is why not Moody? Why not Book Night? But again, the more research we've done, the more tape we're watching on this kid, it makes really good sense as to why the Magic made the decision.
Yeah, hopefully by you guys watching this video, you feel a little more comfortable and confident with the 8th pick in Franz Wagner. And Al, let's get into it. Let's take a look and see what we got.
Let's do it. Here we go.
All right. So what are some of the things that you read and have seen from Franz Wagner? What are some of the things that you like?
So one thing we're watching already, shooting, which guess what? The Magic haven't had shooters in a while, so we needed some shooting in this draft. So shooting is one thing that's a plus with this kid. Playmaking, off-ball defense, and just overall feel for the game. All things that again you just love in a prospect, especially playing next to now Jalen Suggs. And as you can watch him right now, man, this kid is just hitting shot after shot. The form looks good. It surprised me how good his stats were when compared to other guys that we liked, like Moody. What about you? What kind of catches your attention with Franz?
Yeah, the three-point shooting. He shot 38.4% from the three-point line off of 86 three-point attempts. This dude is not, people were kind of upset because, we need another forward. Man, this isn't your typical, like, this dude can really play that small three. He's A-okay with putting that ball on the floor. He's a big body, 220 pounds. He just recently grew 2 inches. So the last game that he played, he was 6'9". He's sitting at 6'11" right now. And he's someone that really doesn't have a whole lot of weaknesses, that really does everything. He can shoot, he can put the ball on the floor. We've seen already so many times in this video where that shot is looking really, really pretty. And we've compared his shooting with Moses Moody, and he's a player that can be, just as effective. Even something as simple as that, man. This dude did a quick little Euro step, shooting from the mid-range also. So again, it's a player that can do literally a little bit of everything. It's like an Army Swiss knife.
One thing we're watching here quickly too is cutting to the basket. Another thing that he's known for. It's not only the shooting, it's not only the defense. He's a really good off-ball player. And that means things like this, grabbing an air ball and putting it in, cutting to the basket when needed. So it's something that, again, it's something that comes to you naturally. You cannot really teach those things on the court. You can show a guy how to do it time and time again, but it has to come natural to them. And to this kid, it comes natural. So that should be exciting.
And you see the way that he's putting the ball on the floor, which is great. He's a really good facilitator. He averaged about 2.9 assists. Really, really smooth the way that he's able to really handle the basketball.
Yeah, I mean, again, look at that. The shot looks really nice. Again, not until today did I watch tape on him, but I was impressed with how natural the shooting form looks. Like he doesn't look forced. And there we go, cutting to the hoop, and there you go, another nice finish inside. And with his size now, like you said, 6'11" now. Man, like this kid is a small forward. We're not watching so many defensive highlights here, but do some research on him. He did some highlights on him on the defensive end, and it's very, very impressive what he can do on the defensive end.
Another catch and shoot. So one of the things that you really notice is that this isn't a player that absolutely needs like full control of the ball. He's not, ball heavy. This is someone that can really be plug and play, shoot from different areas of the arc. Really good look and feel for the game, able to get his teammates involved. So he's going to be a really good, contribution to the roster that we already have.
Yeah, again, it fits. So we wanted Book Night, right? He's a guy that we were like, man, like why not him? Book Night need the ball in his hands. Like he needs the ball in his hands to create offense, to get to the basket. This kid right here doesn't. And I get it. Book Night may be a better player down the road, but when it comes to fit on the team right now with the players that we have, he can step right in and play next to Markelle, Cole Anthony, RJ Hampton, Suggs, and not need the ball. He just has to get open and he's gonna hit threes, cut to the basket, and layups.
Yep, he's not overly athletic. A lot of flack that he got from his college games is the fact that he really didn't look for his own shot a whole lot. So hopefully in the elite level, he's kind of has the opportunity to really, go after a shot. Doesn't have a crazy crossover. His handles aren't, he's not going to break any ankles, but he's not afraid to put the ball on the rim. And as you see right there, man, he took it directly from the arc, to the hoop. And again, that big body it's gonna allow him to really do that effectively.
I mean, you're watching it here again, time and time again. You have to respect his shot, and that's what makes him a little pump fake. He can go right to the basket and get open for a layup. And I think that's what the fact that he can shoot the ball so well, it opens up the game for him in ways that, again, we haven't had a guy like that coming in from the draft. Maybe Chuma, not even. Chuma shot the ball okay, but not to this level. So again, I think it's a pick that we'll be surprised by. And I said it last night. I wasn't happy with it, but I'm going to trust the front office in their decision to go with him. There's going to be a reason why they like him so much.
Again, it makes sense. He's not fully ball dominant. That 6'11" frame is going to be really, really beneficial to him. And he's 19 years old. He's a sophomore. He played 2 years with Michigan. He was a sophomore. And as a 19-year-old, he's still younger than Barnes, than Mobley, than Jalen Suggs. So he already has that added experience that kind of is going to put him over the edge a little bit. And he has be able to compare this to Lamar Odom and Danilo Gallinari, and those two players were, extremely pivotal to their teams. You think about the Lakers, you think about, the Hawks recently. So, it's a player that you add him to this young roster, and he's going to be able to make people around him better.
Yeah, one thing that I forget who said it. It was in a podcast I listened to today. They said that he will have a long career in the NBA as a starter at the small forward position because of what he can do. Again, hit shots, play defense, cut to the basket. Simple things that every team needs from a small forward. So again, at 6'11" with quick feet, man, I think about him next to J.I. It's like almost 2 7-footers out there with long wingspan.
Disruptive.
And Chuma on top of that. And Mo Bamba, like Markelle, like Suggs, like all guys that are known to be defenders. So the Magic are building something special here. It may not seem there yet, but again, I'm trusting the front office in this process. And on paper, it looks amazing. I got to say that.
Yeah, if you haven't personally, physically got there yet and on team Franz Wagner, you're still a little disappointed. Hopefully this video has helped you with that. This is a player that is really going to be able to make this team better. And he's not a project. This is someone who's able to impact the floor right now. So this is going to be extremely excited. And again, hopefully this video has helped. I appreciate you guys listening, watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. Also, make sure you check out our Jalen Suggs reaction. And then, we'll see you next time.
Thank you for listening to the Ozone Podcast, the voice of Magic fans. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at the Ozone Pod. And remember to subscribe and leave a 5-star review on all your favorite podcast listening platforms.